Hello everyone, welcome back to Train Sim World 5 and to Scotland, because as part of the big update yesterday we had quite a substantial update to Edinburgh Glasgow, and in particular the Sprinter timetable, which you get if you own the ScotRail 158. As part of that timetable there are also 9 services now for the Azuma. So thank you everybody for watching the video yesterday where we ran the Great Western Express HST, which also came in as part of yesterday's update. Today we're running the Azuma, and we're going to take this service, which is 1 Echo 15 Aberdeen to King's Cross, and I spawned in on this service quite randomly. And the reason I'm not showing the front of the Azuma is because if you have a quick look over here, there is something in the opposite platform next to me. Looks suspiciously like a rail to it. Look at that reflection in the window, by the way, of the Azuma. It goes backwards and forwards depending on which way you look at it. Very nice. Let's go and have a quick look down. I'm in the photo mode, that's why we've got no sound at the moment. But if we zoom down the back, I think you know what this is going to be. Because once again, this has come in as part of the timetable update, and indeed we have got the Flying Scotsman in Scotland. And where are we actually? We're at Polmont. That's where we are. We're at Polmont, and I randomly just picked this service. It's a 25-minute service, and I picked this one, and just out of interest, here it is, just sat here quite randomly. So that was a nice start. And so yeah, again, if you want to run this service, 1 Echo 15 it is in the Sprinter Express timetable. Anyway, let's come out of that and let's get going, shall we? What we need to do is we need to get everything set up first. So let's do the master key. That's the first thing. And of course I've not to use the controller D-pad with this because it affects the master key. Let's get the doors open. Lights, let's have it on full, shall we? Safety systems are on this back wall, so we've got the AWS, that's already normal. We'll have the TPWS, AWS, and then just the vigilance. I think that's the only thing we've got. Everything else is normal. Okay, let's get back in the seat and we can cancel that.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Right, we've got to wait till 12:06, which is fine. Let's just have a quick look at what we're doing. So we are going from Polmont. First stop is Haymarket platform 3, and then we're going into Edinburgh Waverley platform 2A. So yeah, as I mentioned, it's a service of about 24-25 minutes thereabouts. So I thought we'd run this because yesterday's video with the HST was quite popular and I quite enjoyed it. Alright, shall we go? Get some power in as the Scotsman also leaves at the same time on the opposite end. So, just let's talk about the requirements then. So, first of all, you need Glasgow, Edinburgh. And remember, if you have the ScotRail 158, you'll have 2 timetables for Glasgow, Edinburgh. You'll have the standard timetable, and then there is the Sprinter timetable, which specifically adds in the ScotRail 158. So, if you go into the Sprinter timetable, that's where you'll see all the new layers that have come in. So the HST, you obviously need Great Western Express for that. It gets complicated. There's the Flying Scotsman. Again, that's a separate purchase. You'd need to add that. Then there is the Azuma, which comes from the East Coast Main Line, which many of you will already have if you've been around since TSW4. And there's various other bits and pieces. It was all covered in yesterday's update video. So the Azuma, there's 9 services for the Azuma, and they're all about 25 minutes each. And I'm looking forward to it because running this somewhere other than the East Coast Main Line is quite novel, isn't it? But what a great thing that all these DLCs that we've got for elsewhere are now starting to appear on other routes. I said it a lot, and especially this one, because I do quite like driving this. There's a 158 going the other way, the ScotRail 158. We'll take a look outside, shall we, as we go. Keep an eye on the speed. Yeah, this is the Aberdeen to King's Cross service. See on the screen there, that's our destination, King's Cross. However, of course, it would be nice to run it all the way down to King's Cross. Maybe one day. You can do that in TS Classic, of course. Maybe one day we'll do it in TSW, but I think we're a way off. So we're only going down as far as Edinburgh. So that's fine. That'll give us a little go with it. Somewhere a bit different. Thanks for all the feedback on yesterday's video about the update that came out. I know some of you are still having a few issues. Seems again to be particularly around Xbox, from what I can work out. I think Series S in particular is having a bit of a hard time. Not seen any issues on the PC, and I was playing on the PS5 last night. I was back on the West Coast Mainline South. I did have one issue coming into Euston. It crashed on me back to the desktop on the PS5, or not the desktop, the menu, the PS5 menu, which I reported. I tried removing, and I don't know if this will work for you guys if you're having a similar issue. Just on the off chance, I did try removing liveries that I'd got for the Creators Club, specifically for the West Coast Mainline South. So I had quite a lot of Class 350 liveries. I took those off just temporarily, ran the same service again into Euston, and it was fine. It worked okay, no crashes. So it could be just a coincidence, though there could be a link. There could be a link there. So, in case you have any trouble and you do have some liveries from Creators Club, just give that a try and just see what happens. Anyway, we're up in Scotland today. We're quite away from the West Coast Mainline South, enjoying this little run into Edinburgh. We got a few people on board. Let's keep an eye on the speed. I think 100 is the fastest we're going to get to. In today's little journey. But I have been enjoying this update since it came out yesterday. The only thing that changed from yesterday's video that you might have seen was around the 158. The patch notes yesterday did say that the 158 had the suspension physics applied to it. There was an update to the patch notes after the video went out yesterday, where actually Skyhook had said that's a mistake. No, the suspension physics haven't actually been applied yet. A couple of people did point that out to me in the comments. Thank you for that. I did already know about that quite soon afterwards. But hopefully, that's coming. For me, it's not a massive thing. I think the rest of the update for me was pretty good, including these new services. I love these new services. And at 25 minutes or 20 miles, it's a pretty decent service. This yesterday the HST was a little bit short. It was under 15 minutes I think it was yesterday, but there was a few of those, and there's 13 of those, 9 of these. I think the Scotsman has only got one service, and that was it in that platform there. That's a rail to it. I think that goes the full length of the route. So that's a pretty meaty service. I've not tried that yet. But steam on this route should be pretty good. I think we'll run that at some point. And we got 11 miles into Haymarket. And we do need to be down for a 90 on the way in. I'm hoping, because of all these new layers now on this route, we're going to see some traffic. I really do hope we see some traffic at some point. So far we've seen the Scotsman and a 158. So fingers crossed, as we get nearer to Edinburgh, we'll see a bit more. Maybe as we approach Haymarket, because it opens up there, the route opens up, doesn't it, at Haymarket. We've got some guys on the track there. Or stood right next to the track. So we'll follow the procedure there. But I would encourage you all, if you own this route and you've got the 158, just go back and have a look at the new services. Give them a try. Let me know what you think. As I said, this is 1 Echo 15. And if you find any more decent services that you recommend, just drop them in the comments as well. As we go into the tunnel. It's quiet, isn't it? The Azuma. It's very relaxing to drive it, especially on a straight run like this. I think most of this route is pretty straight. I can't remember actually. Has this one got a speed set? I don't know if it's got a speed set. It's got a snow brake. Look at that. I don't know if it has. I don't think it has. Can't see it. Now I'm taking my eye off the speed limits. We need to be down for an 80, so we'll do that, shall we? Better? If you've got a keyboard, talking about speed sets, if you've got a keyboard and you've got the Pendolino, there is now a shortcut for the speed set on the Pendolino, which is Control R. Now that would be really nice if they could apply that to the controller as well in some ways. As far as I'm aware, there is no mapping to the controller yet. But we did test that out the other night when we ran the Virgin livery Pendolino down from Carlisle to Preston. That was a good run. If you didn't see that, I'll put a little link to it coming up in the top right hand corner. You can download that scenario, by the way. I uploaded it to Creators Club. So if you want to run the Virgin Pendolino from Carlisle to Preston, all stops, you can get that from the Creators Club. All the details are in the description of that video, so just go and check that out. Thanks to everybody that subscribed to that and to the Northern Pendolino scenario that I created as well, which is also on Creators Club. In that one, we went the opposite way. We went Preston to Carlisle, all stops, but in the Avanti West Coast liveried, standard liveried Pendolino. That was good fun as well. So between the two scenarios, you go all the way up in the Pendolino to Carlisle and all the way back again. So pick those up, enjoy those. But for now, we're Azuma in again, as we see another 158 coming out. We can actually pick the speed back up again, so let's do that. So I'm just wondering as we get to Edinburgh, will we see more Azumas, HSTs? I hope so. We've got the depot at Haymarket, haven't we, as well? I wonder if there'll be anything in the depot there, just behind the rugby stadium. Right, we've got yellows coming up. So we'll acknowledge the first one. Just over 5 miles into Haymarket. We're due in at 12:24. It's 12:17, so we've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Such a smooth drive, this Azuma. And I've often said this before, in real life, I haven't been on an Azuma because these go up the East Coast, and of course I'm a northerner. So the West Coast Main Line and the Avanti Pendolino, formerly the Virgin Pendolino, I've travelled on quite a lot. But not the Azuma at all. But it's fun to drive in TSW. It's actually fun to drive in Train Sim Classic. I've got the Armstrong Powerhouse enhanced version in TS Classic, which is also very good. Right, let's acknowledge that. Make sure everybody stays back on the platform. They're actually close to the edge there, aren't they? Starting to get a little bit more built up now as we come into Haymarket and then Edinburgh. A few more buildings coming into view. The double yellow. We do have a red coming up this time. Subject to change, of course. But we'll just take it easy. It has got pretty decent brake in the Azuma, so, you know, unlike some other units we've driven, I'm not that worried. Usually stops pretty quickly if we need it to. Just over 2.5. So we'll gradually bring it down to the 80. We've got plenty of time. Have a quick look outside. See the stadium coming up on the left. So those the track to the left there is what goes off to the Fife Circle, if you own the Fife Circle. And also you see the tram section over on the left going past the stadium as well. So it looks like we might get held at a red outside Haymarket, so I'm hoping as we go over a neutral section. We don't need to do anything for the neutral sections with this. I'm hoping to see some traffic. In fact, I can see something right in front of us coming out of Haymarket. Nice. And as hoped, over on the left-hand side, we've got 170s, we've got HSTs. Lovely. Lovely. Yeah. Nice to see the depot starting to fill up a little bit. Okay. We need to observe this red before we go into the platform. It could be busy in the platforms. That might be why. Plus we're a little bit early, so it makes a lot of sense, to be honest. I'll just roll up to the red. Yeah, I can see the traffic ahead in the platforms. Looks like we might have another 158 on the left, or is that an HST in front of us? I've not seen another Azuma. I think it's a 380, is it? Anyway, there's traffic there. Let's wait for this to change. This has just gone yellow next to us, so is somebody coming through? Oh, look at this. Here we go. There goes another HST. And the 158 is now coming out. I was hoping we would see some traffic. I'm hoping for this. This is what I've been hoping these routes are going to turn out like eventually. Sometimes when the original route comes out, there's there's only the basics going on, but now that we're starting to get layering more and more, things are just looking so much busier and a little bit more realistic. It actually, you know what, it transforms the route in many ways, doesn't it? This is why I would encourage you, if you've not been on Edinburgh Glasgow for a while, it's been a while now since it's been out. Has it been? It's been over 12 months, hasn't it? It's about 18 months. It might even be more. Give it a try. Give it a try again. See what you can find that you didn't know was there. Just make sure you've got yesterday's patches all installed. All alright. Most of you will have them by now. And if you don't have the ScotRail 158, consider getting that too. Because that's a good unit. We got the 158 on MML as well. The Midland Main Line. But this is the ScotRail liveried. This is the ScotRail livery 158, which is different. But I would encourage you to get that too, because that's quite a good unit. Right, this is Haymarket. So we had to just wait our turn to come in, but that's fine. Let's see if we can stop it on the money. This is a yellow, so not too worried. There we go. Let's go and see the doors opening as the HST departs. Quite fast, those doors on the Azuma, aren't they? Let's watch this chap go out. I mean, when it gets built up like this, you can genuinely in-game train spot, can't you? If that's your thing, you could easily do that. Right, let's get the doors locked. And we'll chase this guy down into Edinburgh, shall we? We've got the green. Off we go. Straight into the tunnel. 20 mile an hour out of the tunnel at the other end. And straight into Edinburgh, where this train would then carry on down to King's Cross. As I said, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it, if we could actually give it a good blast all the way down to King's Cross. But for now, the 25-minute scenario is better than nothing. Not far, actually, to Edinburgh from Haymarket. We've got a mile to go. Let's put some speed in and then we'll slow it down as we get past the green, I think. Edinburgh Waverley, platform 2A. Now, normally, when you come into this platform, you get piped in. The bagpipes are in full swing. So we'll try and listen out for that. Give you a bit of the Scottish flavour as we come in. Bring the speed back down to the 20. There is the 20 board. 158 there, over on the left. Yeah, see, it's a really nice looking unit. The ScotRail livery actually is very nice. A lot of you said yesterday when we did the HST video, a lot of you said to me, we're missing the ScotRail livery for the HST, and a lot of you wanted the Intercity livery as well. Now, of course, the Intercity livery is available on the Creators Club. I don't know if there's a ScotRail one. There might be. There's nothing official, but on Creators Club, definitely there's the Intercity HST. We've run that before. I think we ran that on the Midland Main Line actually a while back. You will see it on the feed. But I think the more stuff that comes to Scotland in the game, we will see more of the liveries. Especially if they're requested. But at least we got Creators Club. You know, there is an option there. Some very good liveries on there. But yeah, a lot of you commented that it would be nice to have the other liveries for the HST. I would agree with you as well. Be nice to see them randomly going up and down around Edinburgh. Right, coming into the platform. Got a red at the end of the platform. And there's a little bit of traffic in here. It's a 385. What did I call it before? A 380. It's a 385. Of course it is. There's the pipes. Wow, they're loud, aren't they? Very loud. I mean, I think bagpipes are loud anyway. If you've ever been anywhere where the bagpipes are right next to you, they are very loud. I don't think they're quite that loud, though, when you're actually in the train. I don't think you'd hear them through the train like that. You might, but... This is an Azuma, and I did say it was quiet earlier on, but I don't think it's that quiet. But here we are. We're at Edinburgh. That is the end of the service, so we're going to let everybody off that wants to get off. And that is the end of our journey for today in the Azuma on the Edinburgh Glasgow. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you again for watching. Thank you to all subscribers and everybody that supports the channel, including our members. Take it easy, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.